Oh yeah, it's episode 51. Welcome back to Bumpin' Shoulders. I'm Timothy Chura here with Nick Kappas, and happy birthday, Hillary Duff.
Yeah. Nice. That was better than Confucius, and she was an American role model.
She was. She really impacted the way we look at daily life. I don't know where I would be without her personally, but we're getting there. Nick, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. I mean, happy birthday, Hillary. The important Hillary.
Oh, getting political.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I was just trying to share the Facebook live stream on here, and I was struggling. Very unprofessional of me to do it now.
Should we break that we're coming at people with a new table?
We did get a new tablecloth. I picked it out. Nick was supposed to meet me. Didn't do that.
Some of us were working.
I worked as well, and then had to go pick out this tablecloth. And looking at the live feed now, doesn't really show the design. So
Should have just gone all white.
a little bit of a dud. It's got some nice feathers on there. 400 thread count. We're living classy here at Sports Dorks HQ.
Well, yeah. I mean, you could go to sleep right on this table right now.
It's
Tuck yourself in.
It's super soft.
Yeah.
Do you like them?
I mean, it's not the best thing we've ever had.
It's definitely better than what we had before. Those other ones were scratchy.
Oh, we could debate on it, but we're not going to.
Well, there's no debate. You used them too. They're not great. They're the same ones back here, and those suck, dude. We need new chairs. Can't really see them in this, though, so that's fine.
We need a chair company to sponsor us.
X-Chair.
What is
Reach
that?
out to them. They make office chairs. They're supposed to be super comfortable, great for support and focus. I don't know why I'm plugging them.
Dude, yeah.
Don't buy X-Chair yet.
Are we sponsored by them? Or is this an ad read?
No. That would have been so good, though.
I thought that's why I didn't say anything. I thought you were going into like surprising me with an ad read for chairs we don't have.
No, that would be crazy. We'll work on it. We'll get there. Yeah, sorry for getting your hopes up.
Yeah, I was so excited.
I wish. We'll talk off the air. You want to jump right into last night's shootout? That
Yeah,
for
the
some
old-
reason you slept through, or
The old
whatever you were doing.
shootout in LA.
It was. I mean, this is perfect for LA football.
It's kind of what we all expected.
The Rams come in and defeat the Vikings 38-31. Kirk Cousins gets stripped on the drive to tie the game. This was an absolute blowout. And if you're like me and had Cam Newton on a bye week and grabbed Jared Goff an hour before your fantasy game started, you got lucky.
You're so fucking lucky. That happens too much. Like, you're getting too lucky this year.
Jared Goff, 26 of 33 for 465 yards, 5 touchdowns, and no picks.
I mean, that's mediocre. I've seen better.
He was dropping some dimes out there.
Dude, he did to Cooper Kupp. That was beautiful.
Yeah, he had some great passes. You know who else had a decent pass? Johnny Hecker. It was
I didn't
dropped,
see it.
or it wasn't dropped. It was incomplete. You know what I learned when they ran that fake punt?
What's that?
When the gunner goes out for the catch, the guy covering him, they can't get pass interference called on them.
Oh, yeah.
Which kinda makes sense.
They're like
But
a
I
downfield
didn't think
blocker.
about that because there was a lot of contact on that fake punt in the end zone, and I was like, oh, it's going to move him to the 1.
Yeah,
But-
then how? Then how do you ever let a fake punt get caught? Because you're
I
always
don't
going to be running with that gunner. It's got to be the guy like releasing off the line that'd be able to catch to make the difference. You know?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but Jared Goff, career day. I got lucky grabbing him. Todd Gurley, 17 carries for 83 yards. Cooper Kupp had 9 catches, 162 yards, 2 touchdowns. Brandon Cook, 7, 116 and a touchdown. Robert Woods, 5 catches, 101 yards and a touchdown. Todd Gurley, 73 yards and a touchdown. I mean, this was ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, and not to say the Vikings offensively had themselves a little day too.
Kirk Cousins played out of his mind and went 36 of 50, 422 yards and 3 touchdowns. He also led the team in rushing, which if you had Dalvin Cook, sorry. That's
Yikes.
really the only fantasy guy you couldn't start in this game. Adam Thielen, 135 yards and a touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 123. 5 receivers in total with over 100 yards in this game.
Well, and Aaron Donald at the end of the game really let Kirk Cousins know how he felt about that with that sack
Where he ragdolled him.
yeah, where he decided to pick him up and spin him around real quick and throw him to the ground, which is somehow legal.
Yeah, I feel like that's a lot more dangerous for the head than...
Do you think Clay Matthews saw that no call and went, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, because that was a very aggressive sack.
Actually, they just threw a flag during that game, and it was on Clay Matthews, that sack.
And then John Franklin also finished the game. He was the one with the strip sack. Not even Aaron Donald or Ndamukong Suh. John Franklin comes around.
I mean, there's so many big names on that defense that, like, a John Franklin can get that strip sack because you're going, oh, fuck, we have Suh to block and Aaron Donald. And, oh, we forgot they actually have a third guy.
And more importantly, if you were feeling ballsy and faded the trend due to the Rams' shaky corner situation for this game, you got burned.
I hate that you use so many betting terms.
Well,
I don't know what fading the trend means.
Like, the trend was the home team in this case, and you go against it. I took the Vikings in this, but I shouldn't have because now home teams are 13-1 against the spread and outright when on a Thursday night and the away team is traveling 1,500 miles and 2 or more time zones coming off a Sunday game.
But you also can't assume Jared Goff's going to have a career game.
But at this point, you can kind of assume that home team's going to win. Like, it
can.
Looks like no matter what, they find a way to cover that spread.
But, like, Jared Goff, if he didn't go off, if Jared Goff didn't go off, if he just played a normal game, there's a good chance the Vikings win this.
But maybe the Vikings don't score as much because they have the ball less. Like, it goes either way.
Yeah.
If Kirk Cousins doesn't get strip sacked here, I'm a little bit nervous.
Or that, we talked about it earlier, that no call. What was it?
On Adam Thielen.
On Adam Thielen, yeah. If they didn't blow him down, there's a good chance.
Yeah.
That's a tied game. Or the Rams are playing from behind on when they score.
I had the Vikings plus 6.5 in a pick'em league. Didn't work out too well in my favor, but our teaser's alive and well, and this is the farthest we've made it, I think, because usually we have a game that shouldn't get blown. Well, we were able to tease the Vikings up to 14.5.
Week 1, you made it all the way to,
yeah.
Who was it who blew it for you? The Packers?
No, it was, who played the Bucs week 1?
The Saints.
It was the Saints, and Ryan Fitzpatrick put up 48 on them.
The Saints blew it for you, that's right. So
you
made it to 4 o'clock on Sunday.
Yeah, but we're feeling good now.
Yeah?
We pulled an extra 7-point teaser instead of a 6-point teaser.
You feeling ballsy?
Yeah, go and ask. And I bought the Jets up to 14.5 instead of 13.5, which I think could be huge. I'm liking it. I'm feeling good this week.
You think this is the week?
We got some fun home dogs too in separate bets if you want to hear them.
You got more
I know
bets,
it's not
dude?
for this podcast. Yeah.
Stop betting so much.
No.
Like, I wish Chris was here to help me, like, get to you. We need to have an intervention.
It's not a problem.
It's not? Have you won one of these 16 teasers?
No, but the 16 teasers are hard to win. And
overall, you are doing well betting.
You gotta realize 16 teasers aren't, like, you're not going to knock those out of the park every week.
What's crazy is, like, if you look at, like, these other big sports news websites that have their own bettors, you're doing better than them whenever
Except
they post.
For last week.
Did they do better than you last week?
I went 7-9 outright last week.
Yeah, but they have a week where they went 2-13-1.
Probably. I struggled last week. We're bouncing back this week, but overall in the year, I'm not doing bad. I'm in the positive, which I'll take.
Yeah, it's that can-do attitude.
I took a couple home dogs this week, though, or not even just home dogs. I did take the Lions outright.
Yikes.
Over the Cowboys. I like that.
We'll see.
That's a public bet, though,
We'll
so
see.
I'm a little bit nervous there. I took the Ravens over the Steelers. I like that bet.
Yeah, so do I.
I got the Cardinals, home dogs over the Seahawks.
Nope, don't
I was
like
able
that.
to grab them at plus 155. I'm liking that.
That's
Titans
not
at
gonna help
plus 170, hosting the Eagles.
Dude, you're too big on this Titan train. I don't know.
It's worked out.
If Deion Lewis has himself a day finally, maybe.
And we've got the Bucks, plus 125, playing the Bears.
Yeah, I'd go with the Bucks on that. I'm surprised they're an underdog.
And just because I didn't have the teaser ready for Wednesday's podcast, I'll give it out here, just so it's on here.
Let's go.
Shut the fuck up. We got the Vikings at plus 14.5, Dolphins at plus 13.5, Bengals at plus 12. Actually, I should probably give the teams they're playing. Vikings covered plus 14.5. The Dolphins are playing the Dolphins are in New England, getting 13.5 for me. Bengals are in Atlanta, getting 12. The Lions are in Dallas, getting 10. Jets are in Jacksonville, getting 14.5. And the Bucks are home against the Bears, right? Getting 10.
I don't think so. I thought they're in.
They're away.
I think they're in
They
Chicago.
Could be. I don't know. Either way, I like them plus the 10. But now that's out in the air.
Any more NFL news?
Yeah, probably. I just closed my notes, though, so you got to give me a second.
Oh, my God.
I naturally did it. Look, stop coming at me like this is
Well, it's amateur hour. I mean, I've got my notes all set and ready to go.
We're 51 episodes in, and I'm still screwing the pooch, so.
Yeah.
Is it bad?
Dude, I'm watching producer Pops go hard with these cameras. These watchers, the people who are watching this podcast, are getting themselves a little view. Because he's going hard with these camera angles.
Well, we talked about it earlier, actually.
What's
Jerry
that?
Jones sees some similarities between the Cowboys offense and the Rams offense. I want to know how you feel about that.
Hey, what similarities?
The running back, maybe.
Maybe.
A
Not
talented running
this
back.
year, really.
He's having his best year,
Zeke is?
stat-wise. Yeah.
Even like yards per carry and everything?
Yeah, he's playing like an animal right now.
I don't know. He's not leading, though.
No, I want
You
to
got
see where
guys
he's
like-
at on the year.
I think he's at 4th.
No, I'm just talking about his individual stats.
But it's
'Cause
just like...
he's having a solid year.
But that's because he's literally their only offense.
Oh yeah, no doubt. That
Like,
passing
there's
offense
no-
is terrible. Like you
there's
can't
nobody
compare
else.
your offense to that Jared Goff-led Rams offense when you can only throw the ball for like 7 yards a game.
Hey, your offensive coordinator isn't Sean McVay.
Right now Zeke's leading the league in yards per game with 91.3, but somehow not leading in
Well, that's because
yards. So
guys like Matt Breida who had a day. Ooh, yikes.
yeah,
Who
but
was-
they've all played 3 games, so that's what I don't get.
Yeah, but if Matt Breida runs for 104...
Either way, it'd be their total yards divided by 3 games.
Yeah, but you could have one game that's less yards. You can have a lower average
It's
and more
an-
yards at the end of the day. He's got more average. If Matt Breida has a
I'm not talking
20-yard
about
game,
per
but has a...
carry. I'm talking about yards per game. It would be his total yards divided by 3.
I don't
for
know.
the 3
Well, he's
games.
not leading, so...
Very confusing. But he is at 91.3 yards per game, which, I mean, you can't complain about. He's playing well, given the fact that there's 0 passing production in this team.
There's no threat besides Zeke.
A team that really probably should have kept Des Bryant.
Well,
Wouldn't you say so?
well, no, I think the receiving core is a lot like the Rams, actually.
Yeah, very so. There's a lot of talented guys. I guess beyond that, we've got Matt Breida questionable for this game against the Chargers with a knee injury.
The whole Patriots roster is questionable.
Josh Gordon is looking like he's going to play some snaps in this.
Yeah, I'd assume he would,
Patriots
unless he
Dolphins game.
fails a drug test.
I don't know if you can jump to that assumption that that'll happen. That's big. I think him being on the
Yeah,
field is huge for that
we've
team.
talked about
And
that
Julian
yesterday.
Edelman's back next week. We didn't talk about anything yesterday.
Wednesday we talked about it. How big of a difference maker it gives Tom Brady's. It gives guys like Chris Hogan. It even opens up like a Gronk. Because right now, you really have to worry about Gronk more
or
than
Sony
anybody.
Michel underneath.
Exactly. So now you have the guys you already have are now weapons with these bigger weapons. Even if Josh Gordon's locked down, that means somebody's going to be open.
Yeah. There's not really too much news going on here for me, so I'll pass this one over to you. I just wanted to recap that Rams-Vikings game. That was a beautiful game played by both offenses. Defensively, there's a lot more we need to see from both of those units, though.
Yeah, the Vikings have not been impressive this year.
The Rams still allowed 31 also, though. Like, we got to see more out of both of those guys. They got to keep Talibas out, but Marcus Peters did play. He wasn't
Yeah.
at 100%, but he played, and if you're supposed to be the Super Bowl team, you can't allow 31 points in this spot at home.
Yeah. Well, getting into MMA, this weekend we have Bellator 206. Our main event's Gegard Mousasi versus Rory McDonald for the 185 title.
Is Rory's nose back on?
Oh, it's back. Dude, he's the 170 champ. He's going for champ
Is he
at
really?
Bellator. Yeah.
I don't pay attention to anything to do with Bellator.
I know you don't, but I would say Rory McDonald's probably the best 170 fighter in the world right now.
Do you think you could beat him in a fight?
No. I'd take Rory over Tyron Woodley, though.
I think
He already
have a
has
chance.
one over Woodley.
They should do like a interconference
cross-promotion?
super fight, yeah.
Rory already beat Woodley once.
No, do it now though.
Dude, that'd be crazy.
What if they had like a tournament between like the top 5 of each
That'd
division
be
and
so cool.
both organizations?
The 185 division and the 170 division would be crazy. So would the 155 with Michael Chandler over there.
Until his foot falls asleep again or whatever happened.
That
That was so disappointing, dude.
yeah, that was one of the most disappointing fights ever. Because even with 1 foot, he was beating the shit out of that dude. Now that dude's avoiding him. That guy's still the champion.
That foot looked like
Because
a
he
noodle.
refuses to fight. I forget his name.
His foot looked like a noodle.
He
on that.
refuses to fight Michael Chandler.
Yeah, that was disgusting.
But,
And,
like-
what was it? I don't even remember what
What
happened.
ended up happening was like he stepped through it. It actually happened to Henry Cejudo.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing.
I thought we were losing that bet.
He
His foot
stepped
went
wrong.
out.
He stepped on it and like shuts off the nerve in your foot. So you can't, like, when they went to go put their foot down, it feels like they're not stepping on anything. Like, they can't find where their foot is.
It's got to be very confusing when someone's trying to take your head off.
Yeah, for Henry Cejudo, it was a lot less severe because Michael Chandler ended up being on crutches for like a day after. But Michael Chandler beat the fuck out of that guy for like 2 minutes before the ref called it.
Oh,
he was
the
crawling
way
across
better
the
fighter.
cage, yeah. And now that guy won't fight him. I want to say his name's like Prida or something like that.
When we took Henry Cejudo on that money line early in that, like, I probably took that, a couple hours before the fight? No,
dude.
it was minutes before the fight because I didn't tell you until after.
Yeah, and you looked at me and you went, how confident are you in Henry Cejudo winning this fight? And I go, dude, I think he's going to win this.
That's because we dropped it. Who did we take before? We dropped one fight. We
say
shot out of it, We bet out of it.
Who was on that card? What was the other title fight? It was Henry Cejudo.
I don't think it was.
It wasn't RDA.
Was that the Cody and TJ fight?
Maybe you took TJ and I wouldn't have told you to take him.
You mean Cody?
Oh yeah, Cody.
I
Yeah,
would've lost.
I would have told you to take TJ. Let's see. I'm gonna look it up real quick. But yeah. So.
But I thought we were losing that because I saw that foot and all I could think was Michael Chandler getting stopped, and I was like, "Oh man, this is bad early."
And that was the first round.
Yeah, that was a crazy fight. I can't wait to see him fight again. Is there anything
Henry
scheduled
Cejudo?
for him? Yeah.
The rumor is, no, the main event was Dillashaw Garbrandt. Rumor is him and TJ early next year.
Oh yeah, we've talked about that.
Yeah,
That'll be kind of exciting.
that would be a great fight. Unless, because DJ's gonna be out for a little while. I'd love to see DJ and him fight again.
Yeah, like it would only be right.
Was it Cub you bet on?
It might have been.
Yeah, I think you bet on Cub and
then Cub got
Hanato,
clowned.
He got subbed. He got subbed out. Yeah, it's the only fight you would ever bet on. And that was the fight before. So that means that fight ended, and you're like, oh shit, I need to make some kind of money.
Yeah,
and you won big on that.
Yeah, we took a big dog.
Because he was like plus 300.
Yeah, he was a little heavy there. That was a juicy line. We snagged him last minute.
Yes, so
That was an intense fight.
let's get back to the Bellator 206 card. Musashi Rory McDonald
Who do you have?
for the 185 title. I think I'm going to go Rory. He looks beefy. He looks big at 185.
Joe Rogan loves when you say that.
He came in at 184.9, but he looked big at 185.
I like Gegard. He's just
Dude, he's
such
so
a
awkward.
normal guy.
He's so awkward.
He's like a guy that doesn't know what to do on mic, and I like that.
What's weird about this card is this is the start of the 170 tournament, which Rory's part of, but he's fighting not in the tournament this fight. So he's fighting later in the year. Co-main event, this is what you're probably really looking forward to. Dude, you ready for this? You're going to be so pissed. Wanderlei Silva versus Rampage Jackson.
I don't even get.
Why?
This is why I don't pay attention to Bellator.
It's shit like this. If they just cut this card out and just made the rest of this main card, I feel like you would watch it. Because
Dude,
do we even get into this?
You have a hard time getting me to tune into a UFC fight.
Do we even get into this fight? I don't give a fuck who wins.
Who do you think would win, though?
I think it's going to be Rampage.
That's like all I can imagine because I feel like they're older and Rampage probably still hits harder than them.
Yeah,
and they've
Rampage
got weaker
is bigger
chins
than them.
because they're old. They can get knocked out easier.
And
I feel
Wanderlei still punches like this.
Kind of like Cyborg.
Yeah.
But we all want to hype her up.
So I guess I'd go with Rampage on that one. The fight before that is we've got the start of the 170 tournament. It's Douglas Lima versus Andrei Koshkov.
Kushkov?
Kushkov, maybe. Koshkov.
No idea. I don't know these people.
Well, Douglas Lima, if you saw him, you'd know him.
I've heard his name.
Yeah, he just punches really fucking hard.
Sounds a lot like me when I'm mad.
Yeah. And then Andrei Koshkov is just one of the Russians that have been taking over Bellator.
Sounds a little bit racist of you to word it that way. But
with that fight, I'm probably going to go with Lima. He's got like 97 fights.
I'll say Liam. That's the only one I know.
Yeah, and I could just see him catching him.
So we're at each other. We're at odds in the headliner.
Yeah.
With me taking Gegard. We're both on board with Rampage here.
Yeah, because we just assume, like, come on, Rampage. What if Rampage slams him?
That'd be crazy.
Do you think he'd throw at his back?
I don't know. Does he wear the chain when he fights now?
He's still... oh, no, not when he fights, but when he walks out.
Where they let him wear it. And then we've got...
Douglas Lima.
We both got Douglas Lima. All right, keep it rolling.
And then
good card.
We've got your boy. This is going to get you fired up. Aaron Pico.
Better not be fighting the altar boy.
versus Leandro Higo. And I'm going to just go with Pico. He's got 2 body knockouts since that loss. He has said, actually, in an interview today, he said that loss was the best thing that happened to him and said he's so motivated to never have that feeling again.
That loss might be the best thing that happened to the altar boy, too, though. Because, like, what's he
lost,
done now,
He
right?
lost his fight after that.
He was supposed to get his
9
ass
and 2.
beat in that fight.
He's 9 and 2. Dude, I think he lost that fight and he went, fuck it. I peaked.
He was supposed to get the shit kicked out of him by Aaron or Andrew? Aaron Pico. And, dude, that was upset of the year.
The thing is that everybody was on the Aaron Pico train, and, like, you should be. Like, look at what he's done. He looks phenomenal. That was too much for one fight, though.
Too much too soon.
Yeah, his first fight, dude, you can't fight a guy who's 8-1.
You can. And he did. And,
That's what happens.
And the altar boy handled him.
But Aaron Pico's got 2 body knockouts, and this is his time. He's fighting another guy who's not super huge. It's a little bit bigger of a name. He's just going to slowly climb his rank. He's only 22 years old. So this kid's got a long career ahead of him. He's already got 3 or 4 fights.
What do you think's next for the altar boy? A little bit off topic, but is he?
Dude, he's done.
Is he in title talks?
He's doing.
He's 9-2 now, right?
He's roofing somewhere.
But he's 9-2.
You can't tell me. Looking at him,
I don't know if he's 9-2,
but he's definitely doing roofing somewhere.
or like gutters maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know, probably roofing or some sort of carpentry.
No,
yeah.
it's starting to get cold, so he's probably redoing garages.
Or winterizing mobile homes. No, I feel like you have to go Aaron Pico. The kid is talented out the wazoo.
It's just like if him and the altar boy fight again, it's a different fight.
No, it's not.
Yes,
it's probably not.
Dude.
The altar boy was the perfect matchup for him.
Oh my god, what if they're keeping the altar boy healthy?
To fight him?
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Aaron
Big
Pico
payday for the altar boy.
Aaron Pico needs that win back, dude.
And then what if the altar boy beats him again? What happens? Does Aaron Pico retire?
I think he has to.
Nuts.
If the altar boy has 2 wins over you and he loses to everyone else.
You know what also forced Aaron Pico to retire? If you guys listening don't open up iTunes, toss us 5 stars and subscribe, leave a little review. You can find us literally anywhere. Just do it and give us ratings, man. We need them.
Yeah.
Gotta plug it there so no one tunes us out.
Or even let Aaron Pico know on social media to rate and subscribe to our podcast.
Yeah, just DM your favorite guys and go, hey, hit up Tim and Nick.
Yeah. They're working hard over there.
See if they want to.
They're working hard out in Odessa, Texas.
Hey, and you know what? If you have somebody you want us to try and reach out to, send their name and we'll do our best.
Yeah, if you have somebody you want to hear an interview from, we'll contact them.
No promises, but
some people don't get back.
And I'll send 13 emails or so, and eventually they'll write back.
Unless
saying no.
There's a good chance if they're on a sports team in the upstate New York region, we probably can't get them because for some reason they're the hardest people to get.
Yeah, if they're a team that claims to be for the public, that claims to be for the better of, I don't know, Albany. And you can hear our cat meowing aggressively in the back. Great timing because she's just as upset about the sports team we're referencing as we are. Moving forward, though, Nick, what comes after the Aaron Pico, or before, I suppose?
That's all we're going to cover for that card. Well, we do have...
Oh, the other guys aren't worth it.
Gilbert Melendez's wife will be fighting on this card.
What?
Yeah.
That's mad cool.
His wife's a fighter.
Is Gilbert in the court? Well, no shit, dude. She's not just some girl fighting.
Dude. But no, they own a gym together. She's like the second... Her and the 2 of them are the head coaches.
Is Gil in the corner?
I'd have to guess. He's getting ready for his UFC return.
Is he?
Yeah, it's not... They're trying to get him a fight, but it looks like... who was it they were talking about? I think it was Nick Diaz?
God, I can't... Wait, I thought they're friends.
Oh, yeah, they are. Then who was it?
I was going to say, because I can't stand the Diaz brothers, but I love him.
You want to get into the Diaz brothers? Because they pissed you off today, huh?
I'm not mad. I just don't get it.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Explain what's going on with them.
So, we've covered it before. Dustin Poirier said that he would like to... The UFC 230 event that they're co-main event on needs a main event. He said he would volunteer to fight for a new division, 165, him and Nate Diaz for the title. It makes sense. They're 2 top contenders at 155. If there was a 165 division, they'd probably both move up to it. So why not make the division? We need the division. It'd be perfect for the sport. It gives more belts, you know.
They love that.
More eyes. And Dana White's so against it. Well, a few days ago, Dustin Poirier and Nate Diaz both tweeted about how it's confirmed they'll be fighting for the 165 title. Dana White came out and said never happened. Now Nate Diaz is saying that the reason why they're not fighting for the title is because Dustin Poirier backed out. But if you listen to what I said first, Dustin Poirier was the guy who plugged this whole fight first for the 165 title.
And didn't Diaz also say, like, be back in 2 years.
Yeah.
That's spelt back B-A-K.
He also spelled division D-E-V-I-V. What was it? D. How do you spell D-E-V?
D-E-V-I-S-I-O-N.
So,
But what the fuck? Like, what are they doing?
yeah, it doesn't
What,
make
are
sense.
they fighting, or is he gone for 2 more years doing something mad weird?
Dude, who probably running triathlons like he used to do
Or smoking the cannabis?
while running triathlons.
Maybe.
But it's just like these guys, those Diaz brothers make no sense. They just do weird things. They kind of do whatever they want and say whatever they want.
They've been hit in the head a handful of times, and it really shows through in times
You
like
definitely can see that too, because if you look at these guys when they used to fight, like Nate Diaz when he fought early in the UFC, you could understand him. Now you don't understand what he says.
this. Yeah, they're the poster children of why MMA isn't always great.
Exactly.
There are downsides to every
It probably
sport.
did save their life because they were fighting on the streets before it. And
Yeah.
you can't tell those guys when they're like, yeah, we used to fight on the streets. You look at them, you go, yeah, you guys did.
Yeah, remarkably trashy.
And you go, oh, you probably still fight in the streets.
Yeah, they're not. They don't seem like the most classy people out there.
Now,
By any
speaking of Twitter abuse and Instagram abuse,
Well, no, it wasn't Instagram. You can't force it and act like Instagram beef was involved with Dustin Poirier here.
DC got his flamethrower out and kind of roasted John Jones.
No,
huh?
he didn't. John Jones won that exchange.
Dude, I don't think so.
With ease.
Dude, DC got
DC did his typical, oh, you're a drug addict bullshit. Where John Jones goes, I beat your ass literally every time I fight you.
I think DC got underneath the
No,
skin.
because if you're going to sit there and be a little Nancy boy and say, oh, you do coke, and John Jones is like, I'll knock you out on or off coke, John Jones wins.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, yeah, John Jones did beat him in fights, and I guess that's all what it comes down to.
And when they fight a third time, if they do, John Jones will beat him again.
He will, but I think DC wins the exchange of words.
Mm-mm.
Because he gets in the head of John Jones, but it seems getting in the head of John Jones doesn't help you. If anything, it motivates him more.
Yeah, and
Because he got knocked out the second time.
maybe he'll juice up a little bit, come in, and
No, he doesn't juice, dude.
maybe
They proved that he didn't juice.
he does lines for days, though.
Yeah, dude, he'll be coked out of his mind.
No, I hope he comes in clean, puts DC in the history books, and calls it a day.
You know what else I wanted to talk about? I feel like this will piss you off. Other media outlets started to say that the Conor McGregor stint at MSG with that Khabib fight, that maybe it was all staged by the UFC.
I've been saying this. I've
I
been
know.
on this for a long time.
But now other media outlets are saying it. How pissed does that make you?
This was fake, and next, in a couple months, they're going to go, maybe Brock Lesnar was set up by the UFC to come in and shove DC. But nobody wants to admit that the UFC sets this bullshit up, and the whole Conor thing going so under the radar after the incident, except for the footage of it to hype up the fight. Like, no criminal charges have been followed up on.
Yeah.
And he's serving community service for something that's just
But
going to make him more money, and now he's going to make a shitload of money when him and Khabib fight next weekend.
Do you think, yeah, dude, that's next weekend. How crazy is that?
We're going to have to talk about that Tuesday.
Do you think companies like ESPN and Bleacher Report and all these companies are listening to our podcast, stealing your thoughts and ideas?
No, I think it's just
Then where are they getting
bullshit.
that idea from? Do you think some guy 6 months later went, guys, I think that was staged?
I don't know. They might have known ahead of time, been told to keep it quiet, and then bring it up for more controversy now. Like, I don't get that, dude. I don't buy into that. I don't think that situation would have happened if the UFC wanted it to.
Like
not
I said,
happen.
I think what happened was the UFC went, we're going to get, because it wouldn't make sense for Conor to just come over to defend Artem Lobov in a fight that didn't happen. It was just Khabib holding the back of his head going, hey, don't talk shit.
To fly over from Ireland.
From Ireland to come over to
that.
defend him. And what I think happened is the UFC flew him over, but I don't think they went, throw that dolly through the window. I think they went, go fucking nuts, go see what happens. And then he threw the dolly through the window and went, fuck. Now we have to get him out of this. I think that's what happened. I think he thought they were going to come up and just start slapping the bus, not pick up a dolly and throw it. No, dude, that's not money because Conor's getting sued.
UFC is down. Not enough, not compared to what they're going to make after all this hype now. You said the UFC is down in views. What gets him back in views? Conor McGregor coming in doing his literally insane
You think
bullshit.
the dolly was staged too?
I think this was 100% staged. Not by the people on the bus. I don't think the people on the bus had a fucking clue.
See, I don't think they would harm other fighters and sacrifice money on that card.
They didn't, though, I doubt they took much of a hit in that case.
No, they took a huge hit, dude.
Who went, Michael Chiesa and
because
Anthony
the problem
Pastor
was
fighting. I'm
that-
tuning this out.
The problem was like string of events that also happened for that card. So
Yeah, but
losing
that card was
Tony,
in the shitter anyway.
losing
at that
Tony
point, you know?
sucked. Max Holloway sucked, and now you have Ally Quinta.
Like that card fell apart early. I feel like in that case you salvaged, like you turned that into.
Do you think that was
PR.
kind of them going, "Fuck, Khabib Tony's probably never gonna happen"? Do you think that was like a last minute UFC ditch? Like, let's get Conor over here. He'll cause a problem, and that will make a Conor Khabib rivalry, and
Maybe
boom goes
I
Dynamite.
think it's a very smart organization that's been making a lot of money for quite some time at this point, and while they're down now, they have to get their way back up. And if you look at the way they've been doing things in a WWE style as of late, this makes total sense.
Dude, do you know what the co-main event is to that fight?
No idea.
Tony Ferguson and Anthony Pettis.
Tony Ferguson's gonna kick the shit out of him.
Yeah, but how cool is that Tony Ferguson's like there in the wings? Like if one of those guys, Khabib doesn't make weight, we get Tony Conor.
Tony wins that.
Oh yeah, dude, I think so.
I think Tony would be. I'm not even excited about that co-main event. Like I'm excited to see Tony fight,
yeah.
but I think Tony's gonna bully him.
Oh yeah, and you know Tony's gonna do like one of these, like where he's like doing his weird like fumble in his hands and
Yeah.
landing on Anthony Pettis.
For people not watching, Nick did the weirdest motion he could have done.
Speaking of that at that card next weekend, Khabib's dad was not granted a visa again.
Why?
Dude, his dad had to do something sketchy
Maybe
because he wasn't
like.
he wasn't allowed into the country with the Ally Quinta fight. You're not paying attention to me.
Damn, he wasn't allowed in the country with the ally want to fight.
And now this one,
Checking our Facebook.
like, hey man, what sketchy things did this guy do in Russia? What is he doing in Russia that's so sketchy?
I don't know. KGB.
Oh,
Is that okay to say at this point? I don't know if that's still a thing.
I don't know. Maybe he's bringing them back.
That'd be not beneficial for
Khabib's-
anyone, really.
Khabib's dad, leader of the KGB.
Who do you think wins that fight? We'll talk about it Tuesday with Chris, and
Khabib's dad
we'll get more into it. Yeah, Khabib's dad
versus
and
the U.S.
the U.S. government.
The U.S. visa system.
Yeah,
Dude, it
he's
looks
losing that every time.
Yeah, dude, the visa system's up 2-0 on him. I don't even think he gets a rubber match.
That's gonna be a fun card.
Yeah, it's stacked.
You gonna
Once we
be here
break it
for
down.
it, or are you gonna be
Yeah.
farting around somewhere?
Fartin? I don't know. I may be farting right on the couch over here.
That's a term I've learned recently.
Fartin?
Yeah.
Okay.
From Steven, who I've talked about on here at work. Steven, if you're listening,
He says
I use
fartin?
I use fart. Well, he says farting around, but I thought it was farting, so now I say farting. I think he could say farting. We'll have to ask him.
John Jones is in the news again. They're trying to get him and Gustafsson too in works for the title. We've talked about that kind of, but now the UFC's said that they're trying to get it done.
Who do you have in that if they fight?
Probably John Jones. I mean, he's the greatest fighter ever.
He's the GOAT and Mighty Mouse.
He would beat the shit out of Mighty Mouse.
No way.
Yeah, dude. Mighty Mouse
has
would go
the
to take
speed.
him. No, Mighty Mouse would go to take him down, and John Jones would pick him up and suplex him.
No, Mighty
Through a
Mouse
table.
is too fast.
And then Rampage would come in with his chains.
I guess I could get weird real quick though.
That's everything I have for MMA news, though.
Really?
Yeah, it's not a busy week.
That's dull as fuck, huh?
Dude, we broke down a Bellator card today. You think the UFC's going nuts?
Somebody's gotta throw a dolly through a window or something. Really stir up the pot,
Is
huh?
that Conor McGregor outside?
Dude, I wish, because you know what? That'd be huge for
Then
us.
we'd be like, hey, let's get a quick interview.
No,
Like, we got
let's
glass.
at least film him running away after shattering.
We've
a window.
got glass in our face, but, like, we won't sue you if you do an interview.
I'll tell you what. If Connor was like, "Look, I'll give you $10 million not to air that," you're not hearing a peep out of us.
No, we're just
If
going
he's
to
like,
act
"I'll
like
give you $1
nothing
million
happened.
not to air that," I feel like we have.
No, we
I
have
feel
to
like
air
it's
it,
a platform, you know.
Because $1 million, we could get his ass
That
sitting
could
down
get
right
us,
here.
yeah.
We'd make way more than that. And then he has to fight both of us?
He'd beat us both.
I don't know.
2-on-1. I like his odds still.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
What if we get, like, a low 155 fighter? What if Aaron Pico's with us, who fights at 145? The three of us.
I feel like we'd be all right there.
Yeah, because Aaron
3-on-1 with almost any human that's
Do you
not
think-
a freak of nature.
What about Chris?
I still don't hate it because like one of us is bound to be able to get
But what
somewhere to
happens-
take him out.
No, because he's going to knock one of us out real quick. I feel like that's going to intimidate the other two super
Yeah, but like,
quick.
what other choice do we have?
Because what's going to happen is, like, say he knocked me out first, you're going to grab Chris and put Chris in front of you.
No, I'll swing chairs or something.
No, dude, there's no chairs. It's just in the octagon. You'd start climbing while he beat up Chris. You'd hope that the
in
time...
a cage setting, no, I like all three of us against him there.
Dude, I don't know. How are
with
we going to
no
get behind
weapons.
him?
I like that.
If
we
I
all
was
come at
him,
him at once, he can't knock all of us out
Dude,
at
if
once.
I was him, I'd just hang out with my back up against the cage. Because nobody's going to get behind you at that point. and he hits hard.
Okay, then we stay on the other side of the cage and make him
Well,
come
that's
to
true.
us.
And then he's stalling.
Yeah, it's not like there's more of us than him, you know? It's not like we have to come in at him.
Well, what if we do? So what we do is we lead with Chris. Chris gets knocked out. We'll use his limp body to just
As a
throw him
weapon.
at Connor.
But what if he grabs the body first? Then it's...
Like, he's not going to throw Chris at us. He's not going to...
He seems like he's literally always drunk now. So.
He's not going to throw Chris's body at us.
Is Conor McGregor an alcoholic at this point?
Does he get to use bottles of whiskey in this fight?
It could be all over the octagon. I think he's always drunk, though. Like that, I think he might actually have alcoholism now.
Yeah, you said that with his press conference.
Dude, he was getting... You know that drunk sweat? He had that going on.
Did. And he doesn't usually sweat that bad.
Yeah, he had that drunk guy sweat, and he was so passionate.
Yeah.
That's
and
the
just
most
not making
passionate press
sense.
conference I've seen. Yeah, we've already broken that down, but like Connor, get it together, dude. Don't be drunk on your press conference.
Go to AA meetings or something, dude.
We don't have Chris here, but the ghost of Christmas Pass is going to hum us into the word of the day if that works for you.
That's good.
Next word of the day.
Oh man, let me get your word. Sorry, you're gonna hate this one. I don't like your odds here. I'm gonna be honest. Brewster pops back to you into a corner with the word he chose.
Damn, I'm on a 2-0 streak, too.
Do you want?
I'm on a 2-word
what-
streak.
What kind of word do you think it is?
It's a noun.
It is. It is also a system of government in which most of the important decisions are made by state officials
This is
rather
a-
than by elected
this is-
representatives.
Is this judicial?
You wish, dude.
Executive?
Bureaucracy.
Come on, dude. You're really fucking me, huh?
Your word is.
Bureaucracy.
I've got future plans, and this really hurts my chances.
Your word is.
Bureaucracy.
Bureaucracy. B-U-R-E-A-C.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Good start, though.
I forget how I started it, though.
Yeah, you probably fuck it up coming back.
B-U-R-E-A. I said B-U-R-E-A.
Put the pen down.
I'm not writing. It's
Put
not
the
out.
pen down.
B-U-R.
Hey, that wasn't an R. And why'd you do a capital R?
What? I didn't know. I don't know what I did. B-U-R.
Stop doing capital R's in the middle of the word.
A. I did C, right? U.
Yeah.
Bureaucracy. C.
Yeah.
R.
Yeah.
A.
Yeah.
C.
Yeah.
Y.
Yeah.
Bam!
3-0.
Second
you
try,
go.
too, dude. I had to get that one, dude, with my future plans. If I spelt that one wrong, that looked bad.
You've been heating up. With your,
I may never get a word wrong again.
you've been farting around and learning how to spell.
Dude, I don't know if it's farting anymore.
You might just be farting.
Yeah, dude, I'm farting around learning how to spell. I'm going to spelling school.
You've been farting around
I've
learning
actually-
how to spell?
I've actually been going. I haven't been working anymore. I've been going to class with our 11-year-old brother. I've been taking spelling bees.
I don't
Dude,
like
I'm
your odds.
smoking. I'm smoking the 6th grade class
I
right
don't
now.
know if you are.
But it's early in the year.
They're working on their vowels.
Dude, there's
still,
one
just like you.
Yeah. There's one kid who's starting to heat up, and I don't like how hot he's getting coming into the spelling bees.
You always got to follow the hot hand.
That's why I picked that word. It had a lot of vowels in it.
Yeah, dude, it
Nick's not the best with vowels.
Yeah, but I fucking killed the vowels that one, huh? King
do you,
vowel.
Do you want to, just fucking bull right into Nick's news here?
Yeah, let's go. Like a bull in a china shop.
I don't know if that's what I meant, but. Introducing for the first time ever, Nick's News!
Featuring Nick.
Thanks, Chris.
I wonder what he's doing.
Oh, dude, he's at Foam and Glow.
He's
He's touring with
don't
them.
say where he's working.
I know. I'm not. I said he's at Foam and Glow.
I know.
He's
I'm just
touring with
saying,
them.
I didn't want you to say that.
No.
Every time we should bring up that we're not allowed to say where he's working, so he gets so nervous. Price Chopper.
Did you listen to the Carter 5? The
No.
Carter V?
I did not.
You're missing out, dude. It was a heater. I'm not
Is it
even the
good?
biggest Lil Wayne fan.
Is it good?
If
I
yeah.
heard only good things about
dude,
it.
it's really good. It's a banger.
And I like hype songs.
It's
lately.
23 songs. It's pretty much all hype songs.
Let's go, Lil Wayne.
His one with Kendrick Lamar called Mona Lisa. It's super fucked up, but it's cool as fuck.
Is Lil Wayne the best Lil still?
Oh yeah, by far.
Toss up between him and Lil Jon.
Oh, don't do that to me, dude. You know I love me a Lil Jon.
Who do you pick? If you could only listen to one.
Lil Wayne's in, yeah, right? I think it's him and Lil Jon and Usher.
I don't think Lil Wayne's in, yeah.
I think he is.
I don't know if that's true, Nick.
Should we just have producer Pops play it for us?
No, I don't know if we're allowed to do that.
You give it a little snippet.
No, let's see.
I think it's... I want to say it's Usher, Lil Wayne.
Lil Jon and Ludacris with Usher.
Oh, fuck. Damn, that really affects my Lils then. After this album, I'm going to have to go Lil Wayne.
Not bad, because Lil Jon doesn't do much.
Yeah, except go, yeah.
Yeah, he says just really his name, yeah, and okay.
Okay. Yeah,
So-
pretty much, dude. And Crunk.
Yeah, so I'd probably have to take your side in there. I do need to listen to it. I know
You
Kyle
need-
Shanahan's probably listening to it.
Yeah, dude. As a 49ers fan, you're kind of doing a disservice to your team.
Yeah, I also have to name my son Carter, like Kyle Shanahan did.
You know, not a bad... Carter Chura sounds pretty badass.
I don't know if I like it.
Dude, I like
He
that
could be
a lot.
a pitcher, though. And he'd be a pitcher. That's a pitcher name, and I hate baseball. So
He would be a pitcher, dude, but he'd be in mad good shape as a pitcher, though.
So we got to move out of Carter Chura. Because I don't
He'd
want
be
to have
one
to
of those-
watch him play baseball,
He'd
dude.
be one of those pitchers that's too good at hitting. And you go, why are you so good, Carter? And
Yeah.
like, I don't know. It
I'd
just
say-
comes natural.
I'd go play a different sport that doesn't suck to watch.
And you'll go, Dad, I love baseball.
Mm-mm.
Would you take him over the knee?
Yeah, he would be like Pat Mahomes and be forced into football. And look at how that fares.
Pat Mahomes would make more as a baseball player.
Maybe. Unless he got hurt. But he's farting around in the NFL.
I hate that this is like your new thing. Yeah, the album was good though. You gotta listen to it. Snoop fucking kills it too in one of the songs.
I might listen to it like next Thursday.
Your boy XXX is on it.
Also not my boy. And two, don't be so...
I don't know how
Don't
to
be
say his
so
name.
unsure about that.
I don't know how to say his name, and I didn't know how. I think
You
it's,
said your boy XXX.
because I think when you and Chris talk about him, you guys just call him X.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to just call him X because
So just say XXX Tentacion. I don't know.
exactly,
Temptation.
dude, you're struggling with it. Can
Temptation? I don't
Can you
know what it
imagine
is.
me saying it? That song's just like all his songs. It's so weird, but the beat's so fucking cool. It's a good album. You gotta give it a listen.
I told you, maybe next Thursday.
Next Thursday?
Yeah, dude.
No, that's too far. Tomorrow.
No, tomorrow I
Dude,
might be going to that Hudson Valley game.
You have flag football Sunday. Listen to that before your game. You will go off.
And I'll send you mad Snapchats of the
Dude,
field again and
yeah.
say the calm before the storm.
And you have to have, like, you know how on Instagram stories you can have the song playing? Dude, just put it to your Instagram story that you're getting fired up catching footballs listening to Lil Wayne's new album. Listening to like Carter 5.
I would listen tomorrow, but we gotta go. I'm going to follow up with Mike Mueling, who we interviewed on here.
Yeah.
Gonna go catch up with him, watch the Hudson Valley game, and then
Well, after you get nuts, right? After you win some LT.
I'm not positive. We gotta figure out the details.
Wow.
Timing is an issue. Dude, I've run into so many timing constraints lately. I keep double booking things.
It's called being an adult.
Yeah,
That's what happens when you grow up.
I never thought I'd be a busy person because I tend to be like super lazy and keep my days open.
Yeah, but when you grow up, your schedule gets full.
No, it's always to do with this. Everything to do with
Yeah.
this makes me so busy.
Yeah, dude. That's how
I'm
life
just
works.
saying, so if you're listening, put a lot on the line here. Give us 5 stars.
Please.
Open up iTunes. 5 stars. Tell
Or-
your friends to do it. I don't care if you're at like a cookout or something and your friend leaves their phone on the table. If it's an iPhone, pick it up, open up the iTunes and podcast app. Give us 5 stars.
If you have friends, just start taking their phones and give us 5 stars. And when they're like, "What are you doing?" Be like, "Oh, I'm giving these guys I listen to all the time 5 stars." We deserve it. We work our asses off, and we're just pleading with you now.
And no one's going to be mad if you do it. 'Cause
No.
It doesn't affect them.
Yeah, and if they do have a problem with it, they're bad friends.
Yep.
And
they probably do bad things.
they probably do drugs. And you don't need friends who do drugs.
None of them.
Moving on with Nick's news. A man was diagnosed with the world's first case of hepatitis E.
E?
Yeah, you know how you get that?
Oh, is it going to be something with an animal?
It is, but hold on. It's a
Hang on.
man from Hong Kong. He got diagnosed with the first case of hepatitis E, and it's from an animal. Guess the animal.
Is it a sea animal? Oh, an aquatic animal?
No, it's not an aquatic animal. That's your
You're
last
setting me up to stereotype, and I don't like that.
Oh, it's not the stereotype.
What?
It's not
No,
the
I'm just saying
stereotype
you're making me
thinking
guess seafood, and it's
Oh,
like
no,
that. Like
no.
you're making me guess Asian food, and you're trying to stereotype.
of. Oh,
here.
it's not Asian food. It's all over the world.
chicken.
No, it's from
Did he eat it or do something?
it's from a rat, and they're saying that he could have got it from the droppings.
Or he
But
Plowing
wouldn't
it
more
out.
people? Not even that, dude. I think he was eating rats.
was he hungry? Was he like a starving person?
No, I don't. They didn't show a picture of him, but they said that they think it could have been droppings on his food. First off, don't eat rat shit.
Don't eat
Because
any-
what are you getting that mixed
Don't
up
eat
with?
something that like
What are you
you're
getting?
not sure if it's rat shit.
Because I can't even think of something that's close to looking like rat shit. And second, don't eat rats.
There's never been a moment where I've been sitting there and I went, I wonder if this could be rat shit or if it's something else.
Also, how did we diagnose him with hepatitis E? Did we go, holy shit? That's
there,
Hep B.
Is there a D?
I think we skip it.
Did we skip from C to
You
E?
know, Hep D.
Hep D's one and done.
Yeah, you're not getting back from that.
I wonder if they know how to treat Hep B. Bad look for him, huh?
I think he's eating rats though.
So he's either eating rats
Because
or...
you got to think, if there's rats shitting somewhere, wouldn't his whole family have it? I think he's just eating rats on the side and not telling anyone.
Or he eats rat shit, dude.
Dude,
Like, that's
dude.
not out of the question.
he just gets himself a nice big bowl of rat shit and just
Kind of like you when the Titans make the playoffs.
no.
Move forward to your next news.
Okay, well, Maroon 5 is to play Super Bowl
Why
halftime.
don't you ever do the... Because we have bad news to talk about. Put it in the middle so we finish
Do you
on a
wanna do that
positive
right now?
note. Yeah, we'll get
Because it was
through...
light and
We'll
we were
get through
talking-
the upsetting news
We
and
were
end it on
talking
a high
about
note.
rat shit.
You got to think of things like a sandwich, dude. You get the good stuff, you get the meat that sucks a little bit to talk about, but you got to get through it, and then you get to the good stuff again. You end it on a good note, and you're like, oh, this is fun.
When you get sandwiches, you hate talking about the meat.
Yeah, skip it.
You
I
just love talking about the bread. You're
Yeah, I
a big bread guy.
bread and lettuce.
Oh, so I'm giving a compliment sandwich.
Yeah, I guess. So throw the I don't want to call it an insult, touchy subject, but bring it up because I'll be honest, I'm not very versed in what went down here.
So, a junior LSU basketball player, Wade Sims, was shot and later died in a hospital last night. There's a Snapchat story that came out from someone's phone that showed him, and it wasn't. He was like fighting outside, and somebody and their set's falling apart.
Yeah, we should probably not show the full screen on here. Huh?
But somebody pulled out a gun and just shot him, like just in the middle of what looks like a normal fight. I don't even know what to say about it. It's just like we talked about it upstairs. It's shitty. Why are you laughing?
Because the Facebook video just caught up to the fact that the curtain fell. That's gonna sound so fucked up on camera.
Yeah,
but,
dude, you're laughing.
But I'm watching the Facebook stream and it caught up. All right, continue. I'm sorry. It's not a funny situation. The
It's
live
just-
stream timing just really made me look like an asshole.
I don't know. It's a shitty situation. It's nobody. It's just a normal fight. Like, you know, as much as people are gonna say, "Oh, well, he shouldn't have been fighting." Hey, fights happen. You know, sometimes you can't get out of it. Never should a gun be pulled and somebody shot for it.
If
it was so unprovoked.
Yeah, I mean, bar fights happen all the time. Obviously it's not what anyone hopes for. Don't try not to be in bar fights, but also if you're in a bar fight with somebody, don't use a weapon either.
Yeah, like we talked about it. Even if you're fighting somebody and you're losing the fight, you just
You
losing
get your ass
happens.
beat and it's the end of the day.
But you never fucking resort to pulling out a gun and shooting somebody, and especially this is a kid who had a future too. And nobody deserves to get shot, and it just sucks that
It's always rough to see it with someone who's on a positive trajectory.
Yeah, exactly. This is somebody that was a role model to his society. I'm sure people were looking up to him, people from his neighborhood and everything. This is a kid that was making a difference, and
it's a devastating loss, and it's
Yeah.
something that you can't help but feel horrible for the family and friends involved. This is something that, like we were talking about off air, this is something that can really happen to anybody.
Yeah.
It's not like a lot of these situations where going back to X, who we just talked about, where he got shot primarily because of the situation he was in as a person of interest.
Yes.
Where with this situation with Wade Sims, that could have been literally anybody else on the planet.
that speaking of X, the footage of him getting shot was actually shown today in court during his trial. I think it was the first time it's been shown. But it's like shit like this is just crazy. Like these guys who are making a difference, and it doesn't make sense. Like the violence doesn't make sense sometimes.
No, I mean, we make jokes about a lot of things on here. That's kind of the whole MO, but I personally don't understand it. I don't know how somebody could take another human's life, no matter what for. I guess beyond self-defense, given certain self-defense situations. Obviously, it happens, but to just kill somebody, like I don't get why that's
this
so
isn't
ingrained in
self-defense
human nature. No, I'm not saying this is self-defense. I'm saying like if somebody broke into your house and they're trying to kill you and you end up killing them in the process, like yeah, that's a self-defense situation, but to kill in just cold blood is like something you don't see as frequently in other animals. It's like so human based, and that's fucked. I don't get that.
But I don't even know what to say. It's rest in peace to this kid, and our thoughts and prayers are with his family,
His friends, with the school, with the team. It's horrible for everyone involved in that situation, and
this kid was only a junior in college. He's the same age as you.
Yeah, and that's fucked. And for the guy who did it,
it goes back to
something bad happens to him in jail. Might be fucked up to say, but
this comes back to our motto with Nick's News.
Don't be a shitty person. And it sounds bad for me to sit here and say I hope something bad happens to that guy in jail, because there's going to be people going, oh, it's a misunderstood situation. But regardless of the situation, don't shoot somebody in a fight.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like I said,
you can blame it on being drunk or mentally unstable. Don't pull a gun and shoot somebody, because you know what? That's more bitch than getting your ass beat. And if that guy ever listens to this podcast, hey, bitch.
Yeah, just know that.
That's a Mark S. bitch move.
Yep.
And he needs to know that. And if anyone else listening to this is ever going to try and pull a gun on somebody, no, that's a bitch move, so put it away.
Yeah.
Fight with your hands loose.
In lighter news.
That's where you're going to bring up Maroon 5?
Yeah.
Choppy transition.
Are you kidding me?
What's the other news?
No, this is all I have.
All you have left is that?
Yeah, dude.
You should have, if you have something bad, you need two goods on either side. Build it around that.
You're a real fucker, you know that?
Take a formula,
No, dude.
Too good, kid dying, too good. You don't want people listening and then going, that sucked to talk about, and then going, oh, Maroon 5 is playing the halftime show.
I do have this. In New Zealand, but it's not official yet. There's a plane crash. Everybody lived.
Oh, my God.
Everybody lived.
A guy stole the plane to crash into his wife again?
No. Everyone lived. But what they're saying is the pilot missed the runway.
You're thinking of that movie with Tom Hanks.
No, dude.
You're thinking of Sully.
No, I'm not. And that was in the Hudson River. This is in New Zealand. How would
Hudson River's mad close to us.
Yeah.
That's hype.
What? You just realized that...
Yeah, that's good though, right? They all lived in that movie.
Yeah.
And in real life when that happened.
Yeah. Wait, you just realized this happened in the Hudson River though?
I didn't know where it was. Was Tom Hanks around here? Because I would love to meet him and tell him Forrest Gump was a bad movie.
Oh my God, we're getting into...
The movie is bad.
No, it's not.
We can all say
no, it's not.
Pretend it's a classic,
I
but
love that movie.
Sucked,
I love that movie. Dude.
That movie was horrible.
No, it's not. It's a great movie.
It was just a mentally handicapped person being taken advantage of by literally everyone in his life. And that's not a great thing for anybody involved.
Oh, God. It was a good movie, dude. He overcomes
But tell me
the
that's
odds.
not what...
He's a multimillionaire.
Oh, but he also gets
he's
so
living his best life,
mistreated
dude.
and used.
Yeah, but he's so happy.
Yeah, because he doesn't know. Like, they're using him. They're using the fact that
Not
he doesn't know
everybody's
better.
using him.
Who's not? Who's not using him? It's a fucked up movie, bad movie.
Bubba Gump wasn't using him?
Dude, Bubba Gump was a saint. Like, Bubba Gump...
Yeah, so?
The only parts of that movie that I can get on board with are the ones with Bubba Gump. And his name's not Bubba Gump. His last name's not Gump.
Yes, it is.
No, you're thinking of the shrimp place called Bubba Gump's. Fuck out of here with that.
Oh my
his
God,
name's not
dude.
actually Bubba Gump.
Are you kidding me? You can't be serious.
Dude, his name's not Bubba
His
Gump.
name in the movie's Bubba Gump. That's why it's called Bubba Gump Shrimp
Why does he have the same
Co.
last name?
What, dude?
Why does he have the same last name as Forrest Gump?
Oh, yeah, it's called... I am so wrong, huh? Bubba Gump is... Yeah, that's what Forrest Gump calls it. It's Bubba Gump. Because it's named after Bubba and him.
Yeah, dude, his name's definitely not Bubba Gump.
Yeah, it's not. They're not brothers.
Yeah, I could have told you that one. So, like, let's get...
You don't like the scenes with Lieutenant Dan?
No.
When Lieutenant Dan's partying?
Oh, but he's also an asshole before he got his legs blown off.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
He was just the commander.
Real dick.
He was shitting when they
And
got
Jenny
there.
used him.
He was dropping a shit.
Jenny used him bad.
Well, yeah, dude, she's an asshole.
Jenny's a piece of shit. Bad movie.
It's not a bad movie.
Made me not like Tom Hanks unless he's playing Woody.
Toy Story 4 is coming out. He said it's gonna be more. He said it's gonna be very emotional.
Yeah, we
He
don't
said
need
it's gonna
that.
be like
We
the
don't need
Avengers
that.
Infinity War.
No, well, I haven't
So
seen
does-
that. I haven't seen Infinity War.
Does that mean Thanos is in Toy Story 4?
Dude, Toy Story 3 made me fucking tear up.
Oh, dude, how does it not?
Tom Hanks was a mad good Woody.
Dude.
Forrest Gump sucked.
Toy Story 3, when they're all, you can't tell me when they're all going down that garbage chute towards the
Oh,
incinerator.
you think they're dead and like you're not ready
dude,
for that.
you're like, oh, they're gone.
What's the other army movie with Tom Hanks? Dude, I love how we're doing this with a half set and it doesn't stop us.
No.
You're getting the real deal here.
This is raw. What's the other movies with Tom? Army movie
There's
with Tom
another
Hanks?
army movie with Tom Hanks and it's fucking
Sully?
flames, dude. No, you're thinking of Sully's the one where they crash into the Hudson River.
No.
What is Saving Private
Oh,
Ryan?
dude,
That's
we watched
a
that
mad good
together.
movie.
Yeah,
No, I didn't.
yeah, we did.
When?
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
When did
You
we watch
can't
that
be serious.
together?
We watched it together.
Not here. Don't point to
no,
that
not
TV.
here at the old house.
So I was like 13, 14, maybe not together.
No,
'Cause
we
I feel like
definitely
I wanna
watched it
watch
together.
No shot.
Yeah, because we
I don't
put
even
it
remember
on,
what the movie's about.
Dude,
I
we
just
put it
remember
on.
It's awesome.
and producer Pops went, "Why are you guys watching that movie? It's not
Oh,
that
he
good."
came in. He
Yeah.
was from somewhere. And it was like middle of the day. What? You either left work early or you were out shopping.
Little no, remember the one time they went out shopping and we thought it'd be super funny if we put on the Justin Bieber documentary?
And watched the whole thing.
We watched the whole thing and fell in love with Justin Bieber.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I love that guy. He's getting
Nah,
married.
not anymore.
He's getting married now. He's a changed man.
He's a real cock lately.
No, dude, not
Yeah,
really. He's big into the church.
no. Don't care. You can be a cock in church. That's all the people that molest kids. You can be a bad guy in Lake Church. And he looks ugly now because his hair sucks and his facial hair sucks.
Dude, I forget who it was.
Go back to Acoustic Believe Justin Bieber.
But so that whole
You know the purpose.
you know the whole John Kavanaugh thing that's going on right now, right? We're not going to break it down. So that's all happening right now. And somebody, I forget what video, it was a video on Instagram or something like that, where John Kavanaugh was like, oh, you know, I couldn't have raped this girl. I was in church and everything. And somebody goes, hey, maybe not use the church right now.
Yeah.
Don't use that as your excuse.
Did you ever look at the fucking Ohio State thing I sent?
Yeah, that was so funny. You want to break that down?
Oh, Ohio State, don't do that given the circumstances. So everybody knows the story about Urban Meyer not reporting his assistant coach abusing his wife.
Yep.
Like, that's a well-known thing. And Urban Meyer, for those of you who don't know, also the head coach of the critically acclaimed Ohio State football team. So Ohio State football comes out with a advertisement of a player standing there with his finger over his mouth, and all it says is silence. Read a room.
Don't.
Know your audience.
Too soon. That's too soon.
Yeah. What? Like, why? Why would they?
No, dude.
What's the point of that advertisement besides to get people to go, what the fuck?
I know, dude. That was only I guess all publicity is good publicity.
Not in that case, I feel.
All publicity. People are talking about Ohio State Buckeyes.
Man, I saw that and I went, no fucking way this is real.
And
Like,
then it
that
was
can't be
real.
real.
It was they deleted it super quick too.
Yeah, no shit.
So, like,
and
somebody-
then they defended it and they're like, oh, it was supposed to get us
Yeah.
ready for this game. And it's like, no.
It doesn't even make sense. How does that get you ready for this game?
Yeah, you want a loud crowd.
Yeah. Unless
Like-
they're away.
Like, show out, you know? As
Like-
Juicy J would say. He's been rich since the 90s.
It doesn't make sense. And it's just so them defending it makes it even worse because they defended Urban Meyer
Yeah, and
and he was wrong.
he was. And I don't think he had anything to do with the advertisement. But, again, PR people, don't do that.
Get your shit together.
Definitely do not make that mistake.
You want to get into the last news of the day?
Another plane crash, I know.
No, Maroon 5 to play the Super Bowl halftime in Atlanta.
Oh, who gives a fuck,
Oh, I do have
dude?
another one, dude. I have so many facts, huh?
Who are they playing with?
They haven't said, but the people are.
It better not be MGK because he's opening for them on
Well,
tour
no.
right now, and Chris would be hard as a rock
Oh,
somewhere.
dude, he's hard as a rock just hearing MGK.
He always puts on mad temporary tattoos to look like that.
Yeah, and then he always goes, "Oh, people can't see, but he does this with his teeth."
And then he says whatever that MGK song was called. But moving forward,
People are pissed off because Atlanta's a hotbed for music. You know, we have so many.
get Migos, dude.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I could pull up a list of all the huge musicians from there.
Yeah, no, that's a shitty situation. Migos would have been fucking
Maroon
awesome.
5 isn't from there. A lot of people are like hoping that they'll pull like all the Atlanta rappers and everything together and do like a collab with them, which would be badass.
Dude, just do Migos. That would be such a fun halftime.
But this is
everybody would get on board with that.
But this is the NFL being the no fun league, dude. This is them pulling in the safe option.
And if they're doing Maroon 5, they better do Girls Like You with Cardi B.
Do you want a list of people from Atlanta?
I
Some
guess
musicians?
we're an hour in, but why don't you give us a list of every musician from Atlanta?
Ever?
Yeah.
All right, I got you, dude. You want to first thing that popped up?
Hang on, wait. Let me give you more context for if you're listening. It's 11:05 p.m. and we're an hour into this podcast. But let's go over every rapper or every musician.
Dude,
from Atlanta.
we've got T.I.
Dude, T.I.'s money still.
TLC.
Skip him.
Ludacris.
Skip him.
Andre 3000, dude.
No reason for him to even be mentioned.
Usher.
Oh, we gotta get him in, dude.
Lil Jon.
Hype.
Sugarland.
Can we just have a Sugarland halftime show? They're from Atlanta.
Yeah,
dude, that's the least Atlanta
Gucci
band.
Mane.
Yeah.
The Yin Yang Twins.
I'd never even heard of that.
John Mayer.
Really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
Chris Cross. This just keeps getting better.
Chris Cross would have been awesome.
Yeah, dude. Lil Scrappy.
See, you can skip some of these. You
I'm
don't.
skipping so many.
Why aren't Migos on there yet? That's a big thing.
I don't know. It's not alphabetical order either.
And the Migos goes.
Lil Yachty, dude. We went on a cruise with Lil Yachty.
No, we didn't. Oh my god.
You don't know that?
We know it wasn't him.
What was he drinking? He was drinking
Long
like
Island iced tea is without the what the fuck goes in there?
It was
Coke?
blue.
Is it Coke that goes in?
I don't know. It was blue though.
It was mad good.
Wait, you drank it?
No, I didn't because I'm whatever. But I didn't drink his.
He offered your girlfriend one.
He did, dude.
Lil Yachty hit on your girlfriend.
Stop! You can't keep calling him Lil Yachty because I don't think it was Lil Yachty. But yeah, he didn't hit on her. He's being a gentleman. He's at the bar and he went, hey, yo, Ma, let me get your fine ass a drink. I was like, all right, dude, fine.
You're like, yikes, I gotta go. Have fun with Lil Yachty.
Yeah, whatever, man. Sometimes it's not your night, you know?
You know, all you have to do is hit 33% to get in. Get into Cooperstown.
Stop saying that.
But yeah, as I just stated, there's so many better options than Maroon 5 for this halftime show.
And let's not, pretend Maroon 5 doesn't suck a little bit, right?
They're not great. They're not. It's not like
they were good, and they had 12 good songs, and then now they just kind of suck. And that song with Cardi B is awesome, and then they just kind of suck.
But the halftime show can't just be that song.
And what the fuck is it? I'm never watching a Maroon 5 song hyped. And it's a super hot. You gotta be hyped. I'm not listening to Adam Levine sit there and sing "Mad Sweet" to me, and I'm just going, "Fuck yeah, dude! Let's watch football together."
But if you just hear in the background, yeah, and all of a sudden Lil Jon's on stage,
I don't know if that's
with Usher,
anything.
I'm jumping up and down.
Dude, that'd be
and
so
Ludacris,
Atlanta.
Yeah,
that'd be so Atlanta,
dude. That'd be so cool.
We could just get for 15 minutes, but the halftime show is always 2.5 hours.
Who is it that sings "Chicken Fried"?
I don't know.
I think that's
Florida
Zach Brown.
Georgia Line or no, Zach Brown band. Yeah.
They're from Georgia. They're from Atlanta too.
No, probably not.
Dude, Florida Georgia Line.
Probably from Georgia and Florida.
Both of them?
Yeah, they probably live.
No, I think they live on the line of Florida Georgia.
Or they could get the Terror Squad in there. I doubt they're from Atlanta, but that'd be awesome. Let's get some Fat Joe.
You don't, dude. You always say that we need Fat Joe, no matter what we're doing.
We need more Fat Joe.
You're like, oh, you know what would make this
there's
pizza
a lot
better?
of bad things going
Fat
on,
Joe.
and times were better when Fat Joe was all over the TV.
Were they?
Times were,
dude. That was too much South Pole jeans, though.
I used to wear South Pole jeans. How fucked is that?
Dude, you wore South Pole jeans and a shirt that was...
As Marvin the Martian with his with stoner eyes too.
I'm talking about the Popeye shirt.
Oh yeah, dude.
Where he was flexing.
And it was black and white, and it was way too big on me, and it covered the mad cool back pockets on my South Pole jeans.
Dude, you dressed like shit.
I flexed.
No.
Yeah, dude, I flexed in my little skinny ass body.
You also had a shirt when you were 6 that said, "If you're cute, I'm single."
And my haircut made my forehead so big.
I'm done, big forehead.
No, dude, that haircut did not do me favors, but we bounced back.
Can you start wearing South Pole jeans and Popeye shirts again?
I don't know if that's going to fare well for us.
What about for Halloween?
Our public image matters a lot in this situation.
Yeah, dude, South Pole jeans are huge right now.
No, I don't know
They're
if that's entirely
dude,
true.
You start
then
wearing...
you invest in South Pole stock.
Dude, and then
let me
Fat
know how it
Joe's
goes.
probably going to send me a personalized email.
I'd be pissed. I'd be super jealous. 'Cause I'm all for Fat Joe. There's nothing like sitting back in Need for Speed Underground 3, customizing your orange Honda Civic and listening to Lean Back.
You love that song, dude.
Dude, it's so good.
I don't have anything else. You want to go out on Fat Joe?
No. Before we get the music started, because I feel like I always have to rush this. If you're listening, honestly, I know I've said it 3 times at this point. Take the time to open up the app. Just go to iTunes and type in Sports Dorks Podcast and just literally scroll down and click the 5-star button. It takes nothing. It's free. It helps us a shit
Tremendously.
ton. Yeah, because it's really the only way for us to be found by other people who don't know who the fuck we are. So help us out, help 2 brothers out. And, I mean, we're here, 2-man in this at 11:10 at night because Chris is off
I have to work tomorrow.
doing whatever the fuck he's doing. I don't have to work tomorrow, but don't know what to tell you there. All right, so we can get out on some music. We'll, I was trying to set the stage. Oh, here it is.
This isn't Lean Back, though, is it?
No, dude, this is Fat Joe. This is when Fat Joe played in a rock band.
Dude, this is when Fat Joe used to play bass.
So you can find us on Instagram and Twitter at sportsdorks_, Facebook at sports-dorks. If you're watching on live, you already know what's good.
This song gives me nightmares.
Find us on... Oh, you can find Nick on Twitter at Nick Kappas and me at Timothy J. Chura.
Dude,
find us online at www.sports-dorks.com.
You can't tell me this song isn't creepy.
I can't even hear the song, dude. I'm in the zone. I'm focused.
Don't say that, because now I'm creeped out even more that you can't hear this. Because now I feel like it's
I
coming
don't know
from
what
me.
you're talking about.
Stop.
I'm honed in. It's bumping shoulders.
Dude.
See you Tuesday.
Hair on my neck standing up.
Rampage. Hammer Rampage.